Oge was born with blindness. Her family treated her like a slave, but she later becomes something unimaginable. Once upon a time, there lived a blind girl who lived in the eastern part of Nigeria in a village called Umuizi. Her name was Oge. Oge lived on the outskirts of the village with her elder sister Chika and her mother, Mama Oge. Oge was born blind and learned how to cater for herself as her mother. Mama Oge and her sister Chika didn't care much about her. They both loved to live their lives and saw Oge as a liability because of her blindness. Oge learned how to cook and clean because their mother and sister never bothered to give her food or clean the house. With the support of a walking stick, Oge would go to a nearby market, buy food items, and cook at home. And when her mother and sister would return from their usual gossiping around the village, they would finish all the food Oge had prepared without considering if she had eaten or not. The welfare of Oge was the least of their worries, even when they knew she was blind and needed assistance to some of the things at home. But they have locked up their heart to treat her like a common slave. To make money, Oge had to learn how to braid ladies' hair. Just in a short period of time, she became very professional in her skill, and she started making hair, and people paid her handsomely for her job. Most days, Oge would braid up to 7 to 10 heads. The money they paid her, she would keep it in her safe box. She lately had a plan to save some money for her eyes treatment when she heard of a powerful native medicine man who lived in the neighboring village and has the ability to restore back her sight to normal, even though Oge knew that the treatment will be very expensive. She was so happy and looked forward to the day she would see for the very first time. The joy made her work extra hard to save more money, as she did not mind the stress she went through every single day to gather some money. Most nights, she would be so tired, her back aching from sitting for hours braiding hair. However, she never gave up and kept going. One day, Oge's sister Chika came across all the money Oge has been saving. So she took the money and went to buy new shoes, bags, and clothes for herself. Oge did not know the money was gone until a few days later, when she returned back from work and opened her saving box to add more money. From the money they had paid her for work that very day, she noticed no money was inside the box. Oge screamed in frustration and immediately called on her sister Chika to ask if she had seen her money. Chika hissed and walked away. "What is your problem, Oge?" "Why are you disturbing me?" said Chika. Immediately, Oge remembered the new shoes and clothes Chika had been jubilating about and knew that her sister had taken her money to buy those items. This broke Oge's heart, and she broke down in tears. All her hard work flushed down the drain, and her dreams of ever seeing were shattered by her own sister. Oge thought of taking her own life. "What have I done to deserve all of this kind of treatment? By my own flesh and blood," said Oge, as tears kept rolling down her eyes. Oge was heartbroken, but she never gave up. She kept on working hard and started saving all over again. One morning, after their mother, Mama Oge, have left their house to go see a friend, Chika pleaded with her sister, Oge, to follow her to the stream. Oge, without knowing that her sister had a plan, accepted to follow her to the stream. As they gets to the stream and was about to bend down to fetch some water, her sister immediately pushed her into the stream, and Oge shouted, "Ewu, Chimu," as Oge struggled and calling for help, but she couldn't swim, nor heard anyone coming to rescue her. As Oge struggled and calling for help, but she couldn't swim nor heard anyone coming to rescue her, she found herself sinking down to the bottom of the stream. Her sister Chika watched her for some minutes as she sinked down and ran back home on getting to their house. Chika pretended like nothing had happened. She quickly went into Oge's room and took all of her life savings and pretended not to know where Oge was. Days passed, and no one cared to know Oge's whereabouts, not even their mother, Mama Oge. Her mother had concluded that Oge must have left home of her own free will and did not bother to look for her. Only Chika knew what had happened to Oge and decided to remain silent without letting anyone know about her secret. Many years passed, and one faithful day, as Chica woke up one morning with an unusual illness. Her mother, Mama Oge, took her to many places, but no one could treat her illness. Then, someone told them of a great healer who lived in a neighboring village. The healer was said to have been able to handle many difficult cases and healed many sick people. So, Mama Oge took her daughter Chica on a journey to meet this great healer. When they arrived, they saw a hut in the distance. Many people gathered around the hut, waiting to be treated, so they waited in the corner for their turn. When it was finally their turn, Mama Oge and Chica went in to meet the healer, and to their surprise, they saw Oge. Oge did not recognize any of them at first, but when they spoke, she immediately recognized their voices. "Oge, is this you? You can now see? What happened to you?" asked her mother, Mama Oge, in shock. Chica, on hearing this and seeing Oge, began to cry as she never knew Oge had survived her push. Oge began to narrate what had happened to her. That fateful day, we went to fetch water from the stream, and when I was about to pull the water out, Chica pushed me in, and I began to sink as I could not swim. A short while later, I found myself alive in a strange place. A palm wine tapper who saw what happened from afar ran down to rescue me. He took me to his hut. He saved my life, and I never knew he was the great native medicine man who could heal people's blindness. Before Chica pushed me into the stream, she stole all my money from me, which I was saving to meet this same native medicine man to restore my sight. Chica shattered that dream as she stole the money to buy shoes and bags. I forgave her and started saving all over again, but I think this time, greed got the better of her as she tried to end my life. The native medicine man, when he noticed I was blind, healed me without asking for any money from me, and I begged him to let me stay with him and learn how to heal people. He accepted. I worked under him for many years, and he taught me all I know today. On hearing this, Mama Oge and Chica began to cry. They cried their eyes out and begged Oge for forgiveness. Oge, being so kind-hearted, forgave them and healed Chica without collecting a dime from them. Chica and Mama Oge begged Oge to go with them, that they are ready to treat her like a princess this time. After so much begging, Oge agreed to follow them home, and they cook and celebrated Oge's return. Mama Oge and Chica became a changed people because they regretted all they had done to Oge and promised never to be such heartless and wicked people again. Oge began to heal people's sickness as people from far away visits to beg for her attention. Oge, the blind girl, turned out to become a great healer, most favored girl, and a powerful woman in her community. I hope you love this story. Please comment what you feel about this story. Like and subscribe to our channel. See you on the next one.